Are you thinking about moving to Utah? Maybe you've seen the mountain views, the ski resorts, the Red Rock National Parks. Maybe a job offer brought you here to Utah. Maybe you're relocating from California or another high-cost state. Utah looks incredible online, but what is it exactly like living here in Utah? Hi, I'm Kelsey June Earl with Home Search by Kelsey June. I was born and raised here in the Salt Lake Valley, and I've watched Herriman grow over the last 16 years. If you are relocating here, comment relocation down below, and I'll send you a link to my relocation guide. And honestly, whether you already live here or you're thinking about moving here, I'd love to help you. I do have time for you, so feel free to reach out or give me a call. Utah consistently ranks near the top for economy, safety, and outdoor recreation. But we also deal with rising home prices with median home values around the $600,000 range in many areas. Winter air inversions, strict liquor laws, drought conditions, and earthquake risk. So in this video, I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Utah, so you can decide if moving here is the right move for you. Let's start with the positives. Pros of living in Utah. Number one is the incredible scenery and outdoor lifestyle. What is Utah known for? We're known for our mountains, our wonderful national parks, and world-class skiing, along with our Red Rock deserts. Utah is home to the Mighty Five national parks: Zion's, Bryce Canyon, Arches, Canyonlands, and last but not least, Capitol Reef National Park. Plus, Park City ski resorts, the Bonneville Salt Flats, Moab mountain biking, and endless hiking trails along the Wasatch Front. You get 4 true seasons here. We have snow-packed winters, wildflower springs, hot, dry summers, and colorful alpine falls. If you love the outdoors, living in Utah feels like having a national park in your backyard. Number 2, strong economy and job growth. Is Utah a good state for jobs? Yes. Utah consistently ranks among the fastest growing economies in the US. Tech companies cluster in Lehigh, often called Silicon Slopes. Healthcare, finance, construction, and education sectors are strong. Unemployment is typically below the national average. Many people move to Utah for career opportunities and stay for the long-term growth. Compared to places like the Bay Area or Seattle, income often stretches further here, even with the rising house costs. Number 3, safety and community. Utah ranks among the safest state in America, and you might feel it when you visit here. Neighborhoods are active, kids are commonly playing outside, community involvement is often very high. Utah has one of the highest volunteer rates in the country. And there's a strong sense of structure and family-oriented culture here. For many families, relocating here, that's a major advantage for them. Number 4, young population and family growth. Utah has one of the youngest median ages in the country, around 32. That means growing neighborhoods, new schools, lots of young families. If you're relocating here with children, there are strong school districts, but research is important because that can vary and preferences vary as well. Herriman feels different from the Salt Lake City area. Salt Lake feels different from the St. George area. Location matters depending on what you're looking for and what amenities you would like near you. Number 5, cost of living compared to coastal states. Is Utah affordable? Well, it depends on where you're coming from. Utah is no longer considered cheap, but compared to California, Washington, or parts of Colorado, it is often seen as a more manageable cost of living. Gas prices are usually lower than on the far west coast. Utah has a flat state income tax and no personal property tax on vehicles. Utah is the biggest cost. Housing is the biggest cost, which brings us to the downsides. Cons of living in Utah. Number 1, rising housing prices. What is the median home price here in Utah? Statewide, many markets are hovering in the mid to $500,000 range, with some areas exceeding $600,000. Cities like Draper and parts of the Salt Lake County push even higher than that $600,000 range. To comfortably afford the median priced home, household incomes often need to approach $150,000, depending on debt levels. Buyers are increasingly moving farther north or south along the Wasatch Front for affordability, which increases commute times. If you're moving from the Midwest, this may feel expensive. If you're moving from the Bay Area, it may feel more reasonable. Number 2, winter air inversions. What are Utah inversions? During winter, cold air gets trapped in the valley under the warm air. Pollution builds up, air quality can decline significantly. This primarily affects the Wasatch Front, Salt Lake City, West Valley, Sandy, Draper, Herriman, and surrounding areas. If you have asthma or a respiratory sensitivity, this is something to evaluate seriously. Number 3, drought and water concerns. Utah is a desert state. Water conservation is an ongoing issue here. Snowpack levels matter every single winter. Lawn watering restrictions happen often, and growth versus water supply is a regular discussion here in Utah. It's all part of the desert living. Number 4 is wildfire risk and smoke. Dry summers can mean wildlife. Dry summers can mean wildfire risks. Smoke from surrounding states can impact air quality. Homes from foothills to mountain areas may carry higher insurance. Number 5 is increasing traffic. Utah used to feel traffic-free, and now that's changing. Salt Lake commuters average around 58 hours per year in traffic. Still lower than many major metros, but this is increasing. As more people relocate here, infrastructure continues to grow as well. Number 6 is earthquake risk. Utah sits along the Wasatch Fault. There is a significant probability of a major earthquake within the next 50 years. Most of Utah's population lives along that fault line. New construction accounts for the seismic standards. Older homes may require an inspection to check on those standards. It's not a daily life concern, but it is a real concern. Number 7 is cultural differences and liquor laws. Utah's culture has been heavily influenced by the LDS Church. The state is becoming more diverse, especially in the Salt Lake City downtown area, but cultural norms can feel different for newcomers. Liquor laws are stricter than most states. State-run liquor stores, Sunday closures, lower DUI limits, bars close earlier. Some people appreciate the structure, others find it to be very restrictive. Number 8, limited nightlife outside of Salt Lake City. If you want major metro nightlife, Salt Lake City is your best option. Outside of that, communities like Herriman, Draper, and suburban areas are quieter and more family focused. Utah leans heavily towards outdoor recreation over the nightlife culture. And number 9 is our dry climate. Utah is very dry, low humidity year-round, chapped skin, frequent hydration. For some, allergy symptoms may improve. For others, adjustment just takes time. It's a noticeable climate shift. So, is Utah a good place to live? Utah is a great place to live if you value outdoors, adventures, safe communities, a strong job market, family-focused neighborhoods, 4 true seasons. Utah can feel like home very fast. If you prioritize big city nightlife, high humidity, lower housing costs, dense urban diversity, you might want to consider another location carefully, or consider whether Utah aligns with your lifestyle. Urban Salt Lake feels very different from Herriman. Herriman feels very different from St. George. If you're seriously considering relocating to Utah and want real numbers, neighborhood insights, and a clear buying strategy, reach out or comment relocation down below and I'll send you a link to my relocation guide. I help people move every week and I'll give you the honest version, not the brochure version. If this helped, comment below and tell me where you're moving from and what questions you have. Again, I'm Kelsey with Home Search by Kelsey June, and I'd love to help you no matter if you live here or you're thinking about moving here. Talk to you soon.